dead on the inside. Hello, welcome to Fandom Fights. I'm your host, Tim Brzakala, joined with by Nicholas TWOHIG. Hello.
Hi, Tim.
I feel like ass. I'm very sick, but I don't have the vid, so that's always positive. And you are.
Wouldn't it be negative in this case?
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. It would be negative in that case.
Nice.
And your sun's out, guns out. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm at the beach. I failed at putting on sunscreen correctly yesterday, so I have a burn mark on my shin that looks very strange because some of it had sunscreen, but some of it did not, and that's how it's going.
That's fair. We're live on YouTube and on Facebook. We're going to wait a couple minutes to let people filter in. Excuse me. You're going to hear me cough a lot today because I have a cough. So, yeah, we'll let people filter in. We're going to talk about the stuff that's coming up in singles and teams. We're going to give you an update on the rankings post-Mayhem. We'll take a Q&A at the end if anybody has any questions. If you have questions during the main part of what we're talking about, we'll address them if we can. Otherwise, we'll wait till the end and see what you have for us then. But otherwise, Nick, how's your week been? Other than your burnt shin?
Other than that, pretty good. Just laying on the beach. I feel bad bragging about it, but it's been pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
Well, Nico just finished mowing the lawn, so how do you feel about that?
Whoa. We don't have a lawn here. Grass doesn't grow on the beach there.
I don't have to mow the lawn here because I live in an apartment, so I don't have to deal with that shit.
Makes sense.
In the wake of Mayhem at the Multiplex, I haven't watched because I think people usually assume that like we film these things like really, really far in advance, and Fandom does. We do like to film ahead of time, like if you're playing, like that. But in all reality, we filmed that singles title match like the week before Mayhem, like not even like 5 days before. So it really feels like it like just happened. And I haven't watched a Fandom movie since, and it feels kind of pretty great. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched like 5 seasons of Everybody Loves Raymond and a couple seasons of The Big Bang Theory. I'm on a roll.
Are you prepping?
Coming for those TV belts, Koho and Boatman. That's official. We can say that. We're coming for them. Anyway, so thank you to the people in the chat. We're going to I don't know who Facebook user is.
On your Facebook user.
Oh, that's RJ. That's RJ. But we're come get me, Timmy. Fucking coming for him. No, I don't care. So let's get started. We're gonna talk about like I said, what's gonna happen post Mayhem, as far as like scheduling goes, what matches are coming up, what the title pictures are looking like for teams and singles. And then we're also going to talk about the rankings. Probably do that first. That would make sense. I feel like that would make sense. And then also Q&A at the end. So if you're here and you want to ask us some questions about stuff coming up in Fandom Fights, hopefully we can answer the question for you. So Nick, why don't you take us through the top 10 rankings we have for
Cool. You want to start with singles?
Sure.
Okay, singles, top 10, champion, ugly man is the champion. Number 1, ranked number 1 is Joe Fairley, record of 5-2, lost to Scully in the quarterfinals. Quarterfinals. Yeah.
Quarterfinals. Yeah.
Those are his only that and his loss to Koho earlier are his only 2 losses, so he comes in at number 1. Coming in at number 2 is Thomas Scully. Just mentioned him that one time 2 seconds ago. Last loss to Tim in the finals. Coming in at 12-5. Coming in number 3, Tim. I just mentioned you. Also, look at this. It's like a chain. Tim is at number 3 with a record of. Just clicked on the wrong thing. 16-7. 1 knockout.
That's gross.
It's delicious.
That's a lot of matches. Fuck that.
With that, by the way, Tim now officially has the most wins in Fandom Fights history.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. And by far most matches played, I think. Actually, no, not by far. There's one other person who was quite close to you. But anyway, coming in number 4 is Tyler Butler. Sleeves to it. No, Nazario. I don't sleeves. You fool. Tyler is 8-4. Last lost to Scully in the semifinals. Has had a title shot or a contender match this year already, and a team's title shot. So yeah, I didn't misspeak. Look at that. Number 5 is Cameron Holtzman. Basically identical to Tyler in every way, shape, and form. Other than that, he's lost to Tyler by a little bit. So that's why he comes in just behind Tyler Butler. So coming in at number 6 is Dominic Rizzi, the former singles champion. Coming in at 11-7. Went out in round 2, I believe. Let's see, you can't even see my arms. Those are my shoulders. What's wrong with you? Rizzi went out in round 2 in sudden death, I believe, but given his long-standing history, Fandom still sits with a pretty record at 11-7. Number 7. Speaking of, so I remember before, and I was like, Tim has the most games played now. I was like, oh wait, no, I don't think that's true because RJ coming in at number 7 with a record of 14-9. So Tim passed him in the wins category, but I think RJ still got the most matches played in his corner. Coming after RJ is Kane. Though Kane went out early in round 1, he still re-entered Fandom with a very good record. So now he is 6-4 with 2 knockouts. We will see Kane again soon, but right now he's coming in at number 8. Coming in at number 9 is Kaleb Koho. Challenged for the title earlier, lost to Joe in round 2, I believe, but he still has a winning record of 11-9 with 1 knockout. And then finally, finishing out number 10 is actually, it's kind of a tie, but you got to break ties when people have the same record. So Robert Kastner is coming in at number 10. Him and Jake Meltzer both finishing at 3-1. They're having basically identical seasons in their rookie season, but the tiebreaker is accuracy. And Robert's just a little bit higher than Jake in that. So those are your top 10 rankings for singles.
Yeah.
Sleeves. On the rankings, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a great list. All the people there have been playing really well. I like to see that Robert is there as a rookie, that we have a rookie in the top 10 post Mayhem. I think that's awesome. And you have people who have been around for a while mixed in with people who are fairly new and playing really great. I love that Joe is the number 1 ranked player right now. I think Joe deserves it. He's great. So yeah, no, I like this list. I'm excited to see where these people are going later this year. It's going to be cool. Do you want to talk about the singles picture now, and then we'll go back to teams?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now that I just mentioned some people, so basically everyone who made it past round 2 will be in some form of title picture within the next 2 or 3 title shots. But for this next title picture, we're going to give some people that went out a little early, but we think still played well. We're going to give them a chance to come on back. So those people will be everyone who scored the highest in round number 2, accuracy-wise, but lost. So that is Dominic Rizzi. Had a 76% accuracy, something like that, lost in sudden death. Mark Brzakala lost to Tim on the last question. I think also had a 70-something% accuracy. And then 2 rookies, Matthew Chen and Brittany Tapley, were those 4 were the best scoring people who lost in round 2. So the 4 of them are going to play each other. It's going to be like a little mini tournament, a little losers bracket, if you will. Dominic Rizzi is going to play Brittany, and Mark is going to play Matthew. Then the 2 winners of that will play each other, and then that person will need an opponent in a number 1 contenders match. And now,
who's that going to be?
Oh, it's so exciting, Tim.
I don't know. Oh my God.
He doesn't know either, but he's in the chat.
I know.
You know, Tim.
I know.
RJ. This is RJ's last season. He doesn't know this, but he's in the chat, but we're announcing it now. RJ, your final run, your Hail Mary, your swan song, if you will, is going to be either a number 1 contenders match, a title match, or a defense of a title match, depending on how well you do. So the winner between Rizzy, Mark, Matthew, and Brittany is going to play Rizzy is going to play RJ in a number 1 contender match, and then that person is going to play me for the title. So that is going to be RJ's swan song in singles. If he loses in the contender match, he lost in the contender match. If he loses in the title match, he lost in the title match. And if he wins the title, I'll be very happy for the guy, and he'll have one more chance at the end of the year there.
Yeah, no, I love this. RJ's been around forever. He announced early last year that 2021 would be his last season, which I still think is the greatest thing ever. I love you, RJ, but you're so silly. But no, I'm excited to see what RJ does. I've played RJ twice, and it's always just stressful and a lot of fun. I've hosted him many times. I've watched him play for the title before. The dude has it in him. He deserves it. With the record that he has and the situation that we were in. So I'm really excited.
And that's the other thing is, like, if he was playing terrible, I'd feel like this would be just kind of a throwaway. But, like, he got his first knockout. As long as he's been around, he never had a knockout, but he got his first knockout in the tournament. And then he lost to the guy who wound up winning the tournament in a very close match. So not only that, but RJ's also playing very well, in my opinion.
Absolutely. So is that all you want to talk about with singles, or can we announce more things?
That's probably it. Like I said, everyone else who went farther than round 2 and some who went out in round 2, you'll see again before the year ends. But we have different plans for them.
Sure. All right. Let's move over to teams and talk about that.
Cool. So I'll give you the rankings for teams, but I'm just going to give you the top 5 because as of right now, we have like 12 teams. So, like, kind of lame to give you the top 10 and be like, oh, these two aren't in the top 10. So, I'm going to give you the top 5 Fandom teams. Right now, the champions are Ugly Man and Sexy Boy.
Oh, boy.
The number 1 seed is Wookiee Mistake. Just played in the title match, pushed us to our limit, won their second tournament of 2 tournaments. Next time we see them will be, again, in the fall tournament. Hoping to go for 3 for 3, I would imagine. But they're at 7-3. Number 2, Necronomicon, making it to the semifinals of the teams tournament with a record of 7-5. Necronomicon comes in at number 2. Number 3 is the Manhattan Project. So though they knocked out Necronomicon, their record still sits at 3-2 with 1 knockout after they lost to Wookiee Mistake. So that record puts them just below Necro at number 3. Number 4 is Guns and Ships, the former title challengers from the beginning of the year. They're the only team as of right now to ever get 2 perfect rounds in 1 match, which they did during the tournament. Super impressive. But they're sitting at 2-2 after they lost to Wookiee Mistake. And then finally at number 5 is Lights, Camera, and Action, who went out in round 1, but they're also sitting at 2-2. They made a bit of a title run earlier in the year, and we'll probably see them again before the year's up. So those are your top 5.
Yeah, like Nick said, there's only like 11, 12 teams right now, and we have a lot of debut teams matches coming up, which I'm very excited about. You're going to start seeing those this week on Saturday. So there's one airing on Saturday. We've got a match. I'm excited about it. I don't think Nick even knows what it is. I'm looking forward to it. But we've got debut teams coming that I'm very excited about. I do want to address Chris's comment as well about singles. We do have debut singles matches happening that were filled out from signups from last year and the beginning of this year. We're still trying to play catch up with everybody who has signed up. We have everybody that's on there. If you want to play, let one of us know or sign up on one of those posts. But if you've already told us, we know. We got you on the list. We'll get there when we get there. But there's a lot of people signed up to play.
Yeah, the other thing is we cannot guarantee anyone in the near future, because not only is the roster expanding, we had like 5 people join, and then RJ's leaving, so it's 5 in, 1 out. The roster is going to get bigger.
Yeah.
Plus, that list is backed up of people who want to play. So we're doing our best, but we're trying to find a balance between new people playing and keeping the people who've been around, keep giving them matches. So
yeah. But anyway, yeah, the rankings for teams, I think it all adds up. I love that Lights, Camera, and Action is there. I love it. They are the team that I want to champion so bad, because Redshaw just comes in and is like, I'm a good fan. And then he fucking is amazing because he's great. I don't think we're going to see him debut in singles until next season at this rate. But I would like to see him play in singles as soon as possible because he's fantastic.
he might just slide in. We might have to bump a match from next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, what do we got going on for the teams picture?
So for the teams picture, we said a lot of new teams. Me and Tim want to play some new people, even though you'll see soon that there's 2 teams that we've played before in this title picture also. But it could be a new team. Who knows? So as we said, we have 8 new teams debuting. And I guess we'll just run through them really quick. So License to Chill 2.0 is playing America's Asses 2.0. So mini rematch, kind of fake, because it's not the same teams from last year when License to Chill played America's Asses. So License to Chill is now Mark Menchaca and Tyler Butler. After Maggie took a step back from Some Like It Hoth, Tyler found a new partner. And they'll be playing the new America's Asses, which is Brian Michaels and Andrew Barr. So should be a fun match. Should be exciting. They will be playing the winner of...
Was it Willows and...
Yes. So they'll be playing the winner of the Whomping Willows and the Quest Masters. Also, team names on point this year.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Big fan. Whomping Willows is Melissa Woody and Tyler Birch. Tyler, who will also be debuting later in the year. And Quest Masters is Kane and Carrie. So Kane coming back, forming a new team with Carrie. Should be interesting. And as I said, they'll play the winner of License to Chill and America's Asses. The other 4 teams are...
Oh, my favorite. My favorite matchup of the season so far.
So, welcome to Fandom, bitch, is the team name of Michael Campbell and Kelly Meehan.
Yes.
They'll be playing Fandom Ranked.
I love it.
Matt Queller and Mike Hanley. So, should be fun. Should be exciting. That one pretty much speaks for itself. They will be playing the winners of the Dumb E's versus Phoenix Squadron. So, we'll start Phoenix Squadron. Phoenix Squadron is Eli McKegg returning to the Fandom Fights ring after retiring in singles with his new partner, Reese. So they'll be playing the Dumb E's, which is, I mentioned them both already. Jake and Robert Kastner, probably 2 front runners for a Rookie of the Year type situation, have formed a team. I think a lot of people expect big things out of them, but they'll be playing the winner of Welcome to Fandom Bitch and Fandom Rank. I feel weird saying their team name.
Yeah.
Casually offhand. Anyway, so once that's all said and done, those teams have all played each other. We'll have one team on one side and one team on the other side. They'll each be playing a team that lost in the semifinals of the tournament. So one half will be playing Guns and Ships. The other half will be playing Necronomicon. Those 2 will play each other in the number 1 contender to go on to a title match.
Yeah. No, it's exciting. I like seeing all these new teams in here, new people who I haven't played before. I'm excited about it. If you can't tell, I'm just overblown with excitement. I'm very sick. I'm sorry. But no, I am looking forward to a lot of these people playing. Getting Michael under the green and purple banners is something that's always just absolutely beautiful. And Mike Hanley in Fandom is, I mean, it's the greatest thing ever. So I'm looking forward to that. Plus, like you said, Melissa and Tyler debuting, I think is going to be really exciting. Kane coming back on a team, I think is going to be really awesome. And Eli McKegg too, back on a team. Eli's great. So there's lots of good stuff coming.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know who Chet Hanks is.
Yeah, that was Boatman who said that, but I don't know who Chet Hanks is either.
No, I was at the beach. Now I look like this.
Okay. So, anything else on teams that you would like to add, Mr. TWOHIG?
Just that post that title match. It's free for all. It's the 16 teams or the 16 teams tournament. 16 teams tournament.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which will be.
So there'll be a couple of play-in matches leading up to that, but mostly with these new teams, we'll have like 21, 22 teams. So most of the teams will be in that tournament. No. Okay. I don't know.
We should maybe find a picture. I'll see if I can find it.
He has a son. That's very nice.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to talk about before we Q&A it up?
Nope.
Okay. We will probably do another one. If you have questions, start throwing them in the chat. We'll answer as many as we can. Couple things that we normally talk about around this time of year that I just want to briefly mention. New categories and stuff people are always asking about. We haven't made an official decision yet. We have a general idea of where we're going next season, but we have not made a general idea, but we have not made an official decision on what the new category will be. We're probably only going to add one next season is what we've God damn it, HR, you pretentious fuck. We're probably only going to add one, but again, we haven't made the official decision yet. So when that comes, you will know. Other stuff that we can talk about real quick. Like I said, I posted on the Facebook page yesterday. Luca, the Pixar movie, is now available in Fandom Fights. So if you're playing anytime now, you are eligible to get a question from that movie. So be on the lookout for that. Other stuff coming up with movies. The next thing to get added will be Spirit Untamed. Nick is so excited. That's getting added on August 31st. And then both The Boss Baby, Family Business, and Black Widow will be added on September 17th. And then the following week, September 21st, Cruella will finally be added. So those are the things coming up, getting added. So be on the lookout for those. Let's see. Will you be having any non-debut or title picture matches in singles before the end of the year?
Maybe. Yeah, we can announce some of those. They're not really, because they're not going to play into titles or anything like that. So, also, I'll say now, if you went out in round one of the tournament, you're probably done till next year. I think that's the case for just about everyone. I think there's one or two that made it in, but. So there'll be some matches from people who played before the tournament, didn't make it into the tournament. So one match we got for you is Jacob E. West versus Brandon Dunlap. Brandon hasn't played in a while. Both are looking to get a win. Have yet to. Should be exciting. Bridget Colwell is coming back to play Andrea Malabag. So Andrea was supposed to be in that five-way with Bridget and a couple other people. She couldn't make it. And if you lose in a five-way, you don't get a loss on your record. So they're both sitting at 0-1. They're both looking to get a win. Should also be exciting there. That's a play-in thing. And then this is one I'm excited for. So two other 0-1s, both played in that five-way. Both did not win. Andrew James Barr, the Fandom Phenom, will now be playing Mr. Mike Hanley.
Oh. That's a juicy one. He was just asking about it, so that's good.
You got a match coming up.
Any awesome gimmick matches coming up? I don't know. I'll just say this. You never know when one day you'll wake up and you'll just stumble into I don't know, like a multiverse or something. I don't fucking know. It's just like you never know if that is going to happen. Some days you wake up and life is normal and peachy keen, and then some days you wake up and
you go back to sleep.
Yeah,
because you're tired.
So, do I use the word gimmick? Sure, I guess it might be a gimmick.
What's JB3? What is that?
That's who made the comment.
Cool.
Holy cow. Get hyped, Mike. Yes, one Spirit movie was enough, Mark. That's correct.
In my opinion, it was too much.
I also agree. Am I the only one in this community that saw Spirit Untamed?
Probably.
Because it was rough. So because I made it into round 2, I'm guaranteed at least one singles match before 2021 ends.
You are, but like I want to tell you that you're not. Nico. Yeah, so you're getting another match, Nico.
Do we know who he's playing, or we can't say that?
No, we actually don't yet.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Spirit. I know Kane saw it, but I think that might have been it. I don't know anybody else you didn't see it yet, right?
Not that I plan on seeing it. Being very honest.
It's better than the first one, but not by a lot. And I gotta say the same thing for Boss Baby. The second one was better than the first one, but not by a lot. Yeah, I still wanted to die.
Well, yeah,
it was not as bad.
That's
not as bad. Is not even. No, not really even. Like, I don't understand it. I don't get the lore of Spirit, which is just as weird.
Is it like the Fox and the Hound too, where like in the movie the Fox and the Hound they like grow old, and you see that in the movie, but then the sequel is them like young again, and they go to a state fair and win like a yodeling contest or something.
The fuck? I own that movie and I don't remember that.
Yeah.
The knowledge that I'm getting one more match is all I need. Okay, Nico. Well, there's
You're also on a team that will be in the Teamster.
That's also true. I don't know about that.
I think they're pretty where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unrememberable. So that's fair. Bar random question. I
point out Bar almost came in second in that play-in.
That's true. Oh, going back to Spence's question, if no one sees it, we don't need to ask about it, right? That's incorrect. Because let me tell you, a lot of you haven't seen a lot of the Horror Icons films, and yet we asked about them. So that's gonna be there. Can it be a rule that Nick always has to wear a muscle shirt and backwards hat?
Sure.
It's fair. Yeah. Was it Freaky Friday or was it the Parent Trap?
For what?
That Bar lost the 5-way on. I mean, I think it was Freaky Friday.
It was. What was her job? In Freaky Friday, yeah.
Wow. Come on, Bar. You should have known it. Should have known it, Bar. But yeah, if you guys have more questions, keep throwing them in. We'll stick around for like another 5-ish minutes and see what's what Corey does. Because he wants Nick to wear a muscle shirt.
So you just had a tank top. I was at the beach.
You thought your joke did I miss it?
I missed it.
Is it this one?
A family business theme. I don't get it.
Asking for Boatman and Payson. Is Once Upon a Deadpool eligible? It is legitimately in your letterbox list. Yes, technically it is eligible. It was a theatrically released Marvel film, and it has content in it that is different from Deadpool 2. So, AKA, as of this season, at this moment, yes, it is eligible. But by the look on Nick's face, he doesn't like that. So we might change that. But as of right now, it was eligible all of last year. I believe all of 2019 too. Have we asked about it often? No, I think I've maybe written 1 or 2 questions about it, and because there's not really anything to ask from it other than like
who plays the kid,
reading the story to, you know. So so technically yes, but I'm telling you, you shouldn't have to worry.
Might change soon.
Yeah, if we ever ask like how many X-Men films does this happen in or whatever, we're not gonna like use that as like a bear. Like if we ask like how many Marvel films has Deadpool appeared, if you don't include that, we're not gonna like count it against you. It's one of those weird things. We probably are gonna take it out, but
yeah, we'll check.
Yeah, that's something that I've actually been thinking about for a while. Will the Suicide Squad be this year or next for Fandom Fights? It just kind of depends on when the Blu-ray hits. If I had to guess, it'll be in this season at some point. The movie comes out this week, so it'll probably be I don't know. It'll probably be like October, November. So it'll probably be there for like the last month or 2. But it's just kind of a wait and see on a lot of those. Whoever is playing the next title, I should pick it as Once Upon a Deadpool. I mean, you're just deep cutting Deadpool 2. That's that. I suppose you're better than I get it. You're funny. You're funny there. We've written 3 total since 2018. Yeah, I was about to say I don't think it's been many. Same questions for all the Disney sequels that came out in theaters, like Jungle Book 2. No, those do not, because Disney Animation is the Disney Animation Studios. So you're never gonna get stuff that was like Disney Toon Studios or something. So Jungle Book 2, Tigger movie, Piglet, Peter Pan, Return to Neverland, like those don't count. If you want to know exactly what is in Disney Animation, either look at my Letterboxd list or just Google like list of Walt Disney Animation Studios films, and Wikipedia has the full list of 58 movies. So by this logic, does Zack Snyder's Justice League eligible? Did that get released in theaters, Kaleb Koho? No, it did not. So please eat me. What's a lot of Deadpool's in theaters? And I would prefer Zack Snyder's Justice League to be in Fandom because it's better. What if the Suicide Squad comes out on VHS first? Then we'll have to really we'll have to talk about it at that point. So yeah, if it comes out on VHS, we'll have to figure it out if we want to add it or not. You look very confused.
I like, yeah.
It was a joke.
No, I got it.
Luca falls into the
was supposed to be released, but then
yes, Luca's probably the last one where it falls into the category of what we announced last season with movies that were going to be theatrically released but were not due to COVID. That's to my knowledge, Luca is the last one that falls into that category. So we'll obviously have to wait and see. I know Clifford the Big Red Dog was just pushed because of the Delta variant. So who the fuck knows? But yeah, no, kill me. Can we get an early leak at any potential new categories next year? No. Unless Nick wants to, but no, I don't think so, right?
Yeah, well, there's the one. Fandom sound editors.
Ooh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We're gonna take out Star Wars and put that in. No, we've like I said before, we have one that we're pretty like. The more we talk about it, the more I'm into it, and I think we're on the same page. He can correct me later if I'm wrong. There's also a couple that I think we like, but aren't like. We have to hammer out some of the details of it first. So yeah, there's nothing officially set in stone. So we can't leak anything too much. Plus, until we know for sure, we don't want to like give some ideas and have people start like studying for things, and then all of a sudden it's like not there, and it's like, so it's just better to wait until we have that good to go. Multiverses, how are they going to impact the Marvel, MCU, DC Worlds of DC categories? They're not. Please fuck off. I'm so sick of this fucking question. I'm sorry for getting so aggressive. No, to me, that they're not going to. If Doc Ock and Electro show up in Spider-Man No Way Home, that does not all of a sudden mean that when Spider-Man 2 came out, it was in the MCU. That doesn't retroactively put the MCU into, or Spider-Man 2 into the MCU for me. I get the argument, but to me it's like, we already have a thing the way it is, and I'm not gonna like move stuff around. That being said, the only one I think that we did talk about maybe moving around possibly would be like the Venom. And if Kevin Feige came out and said like, oh, Tom Holland's Spider-Man is in Venom 2 and in Morbius. If Kevin Feige confirmed like, no, those movies are in the MCU, we would potentially move those. But we're not going to take movies that are almost 20 years old and put them into another category or combine categories and make fandom honestly harder. Because we combine DC and Worlds of DC, and then especially Marvel and MCU into like one category. That is going to be woof. Absolutely woof. To my knowledge, Turning Red is coming to theaters. So I got a poster for it at the theater, hung up in the lobby, coming to theaters this March. So I don't know. I could be wrong about that. There could be news that I don't know about. But Fandom sound editors would be Koho's next strength. Let's be honest. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Koho can correct us if we're wrong. I can't wait for a filmography question. Who has played a DC Batman and a DCEU Batman? That's funny. Oh, man. Thank you, Kaleb Koho. Thank you. These fucking questions. How come the loser of matches usually get interviewed first? That's a good question.
And we want to get it out of the way.
Yeah, honestly, that's actually a really great question. We used to just kind of like, I don't know, I think like wing it and just
whichever when your mouse happened to be floating over.
Yeah, when we would start, I always go to the loser first, because it gives the winner some time to breathe. If it was like an intense match or whatever, it gives them some time to take a second. And then also on top of that, I've been in the situation before where like I've lost and I've been like very upset that I've lost it. Well, usually when I lose, that's how it happens. But where I'm very upset about a loss, and then they'll interview the winner first, and we're like talking to the winner for like 5 minutes about how great their match was and everything, and then you bring in the loser and you're like, well, you just got to listen to this guy talk for 5 minutes about how great he is. Now let's talk about how you failed tonight. I think it's better to talk to the second place finisher first, get their ideas on how the match went. I think it's just more courteous.
Also often for the winner, there's like a next step, like they might be playing someone next, so it ends the match on like a hey,
here's what we have coming. Yeah. So no, it's not, because I don't think we have a sign up for the free for all, ergo the joke. But yeah, no, but it'll happen. Oh, also, it's not called the free for all, Nico. What are you talking about? Ending a match on a downer note sucks. I agree. Yeah, and I agree with Ko. It's just like an etiquette thing. I think it's just better. Are we counting streaming movies from DCEU in the future with stuff like Batgirl? No. If it is not theatrically released, it won't be in fandom. Obviously, things change. We could decide in a year that we do want that to happen, but as of right now, that is not what we're looking at. What's going on with 2 weeks trivia night? I miss filling in for people on short notice. If I had to guess, we're gonna do a full multiplex like town hall in the next month or so, and we could probably talk about that. But Nick, is there anything you want to talk about with that now?
No.
Okay.
It'll be back. Just we're hammering it out.
Yeah. Nick loves jazz, I think. Oh, put those shoulders away. I don't know who said that, but they want you to put them away. What is a shit show match and everyone is pissed and disappointed? Who gets interviewed? And everyone is pissed and disappointed. It's probably still the loser. Will we ever add the TV shows to Fandom? No, because they're not movies, and this is movie trivia. So that's as simple as it can get. The streaming is always going to be like movies are always going to be like a hot topic of like, should we add them? Should we not? This is not TV Throwdown. This is Multiplex Fandom Fights movie trivia. So that's where that is. Yeah. Thoughts on, I don't know who that is.
I think they were the first president's niece, and I appreciate them for that.
No. Sure. Okay. Have you watched any of the Olympics? I have not. I watched a little bit on TV at breakfast the last week, but that was it. You? No, I'm
Beach.
I was watching people skateboard and they would like do something and then be like, I was like, oh, did they do something impressive? I couldn't tell. Like, they probably did, but I don't know. I was a bit confused since you kind of movie like the one. Okay, so if you're confused about that, what we said last year was if there were movies that were scheduled for a theatrical release, that their theatrical release was then canceled because of COVID, we were going to add them. So movies like Soul, Luca, Trolls World Tour was one, the one and only Ivan, Artemis Fowl, and I think that might have been it.
Yeah.
Because Wonder Woman, Black Widow, all those, and Croods, Raya, those all ended up coming to theaters anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those were the only ones. I could be missing one, but I don't remember. No, Artemis Fowl, no. Yeah. In the new year, we're going to probably, I don't want to say revamp like all the way because I don't think it needs a huge revamp, but we'll probably revisit the Disney live action list and maybe make some edits because the whole thing when we made the list the first time was like movies that are actually, like not all movies that people like. You got to have some shit in there, but there are some that probably don't need to be there. And as more and more get added, we can always take some away. I figure it'll always be like under 100 movies unless Nick disagrees, but we'll talk about that at a time. How have your days been? I told you at the top, I'm sick. I don't feel good, but I'm going to go get some food after this. What about you?
Good.
All right.
Beach.
Oddest pizza topping that works. I don't know. I get the same thing every time.
Banana peppers?
I like banana pepper. I don't think that's odd though.
I guess, but like, what is an odd pizza topping? French fries? Pasta. Put pasta shells on your pizza. It's actually delicious.
No. To that, Koho. No Artemis Fowl. No, yeah. That one Disney live action film was foul. Oof. Can we all pretend that and few others? Oh, Mulan was the other one. Yeah. Mulan was not theaters. That was the other one. Thank you, Chris. You got me there. Let's see. What else?
Very odd question.
Which one?
The one that just came in.
Do we want to buy some furniture?
No.
Oh. A live event where we can see people's legs. That is weird to me. I mean, maybe one day. I don't know where we would do a live event where we would actually have people show up and see our legs. If you want to see legs, there's. I don't want to finish that sentence. Okay. What is your favorite fandom Oscar nomination?
Christopher Robin for best visual effect.
That was Cody. Cody, what are you doing? I don't know. Ian McKellen for Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you know this, but the Fellowship of the Ring is a great movie team. You should go watch Logged It. Let's see. Can you? I have short little legs. Sounds like a multiverse legs only special. Oh no. Okay, well, this is getting out of hand. Nick.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add before we sign off for the night?
No, sir.
Awesome. Well, thank you to everybody who was watching. Again, if you have any other questions about the show, you can reach out to myself or TWOHIG, and we will hopefully be able to answer it for you. But thank you guys for watching. And you know what? We'll play that video that we play at the end of the show. Thanks. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh?